This video, I'm still working on the suspension for this GT500. I've moved to the back. One of the problems when you lower these vehicles is that the axle can shift to one side or the other, and you can fix that with an adjustable Panhard bar. Let me show you the problem that this car has. So you can see on this side that the wheel is actually sticking out from the fender just a little bit. And on this side, the wheel isn't sticking out at all. It's actually in a little bit to the fender. Let me show you the part I'm going to put on to fix this thing. So this is Whiteline adjustable Panhard bar and Panhard bracket that I'm going to install. I'll put the part numbers down below as well as a link to be able to take a closer look at these on the website and if you want to purchase them. Now that I got the car up in the air, I can show you why this shift happens. So the Panhard bar kind of pivots on a curve like that, and so when you lower the vehicle, that arc is going to shift the axle over. So we're going to put an adjustable one in there, that way we can shift the axle further back over to the right. All right, there's only a couple bolts holding this thing on here, so I'm going to start on the driver's side. All right, the passenger side here, I'm going to have to get it with a ratcheting wrench. The axle's in the way. This might take a little while. Goodness, it says on there tight. So when something's on there tight, I like to use this double wrench method where you use the box end and the open end on one. Kind of gives you a little bit more leverage. Oh, it's moving. All right, with both nuts and bolts loose, I should be able to get this thing right out of here. All right, what happens is when these get torqued real tight, it kind of cinches this stamped steel down. So I'm going to try and spread this apart and see if I can't get this thing out of here. Now this thing will come out. Now I'm going to work on this bracket. There's only one bolt over here. Okay, now I get the two bolts on this side. And here you can see the factory stuff next to the Whiteline stuff. And the Panhard bar looks a little beefier on the ends. It's the diameter is bigger. And now on the bracket it's tubular. This is just a stamped steel bracket. So go ahead and start putting it back. All right, I'm going to start with this brace. I'm going to get all the bolts started and then tighten it down. It's probably about 40 or 50 foot-pounds of torque, somewhere in there. Before I put the new Panhard bar in there, it's a good idea to kind of get it close in length. Alright, so I just extended it and kept putting it on top of it until pretty close to the same length as the factory one. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put it in. I suppose you can put this in either way with the adjuster nut. I'm going to do it to the driver's side here. I'm going to give this a little squirt of PB Blaster to help it slide in place a little easier. So the directions say that these are to be torqued to 130 foot-pounds. So I'm going to use the old double wrench trick. Get it close to 130. All right, there it is, the bracket and the Panhard bar installed. I also cleaned up the sway bar from Whiteline as well. Looks pretty good, it all matches. I know that this needs to be a little shorter because I need to pull the axle that way. I have these lock nuts ran in a little bit so I can, as I shorten this, once it gets in contact with these lock nuts, and I know that I've gone as far as I want to go. I think I got maybe about, I don't know, not even a half an inch. So I'm going to adjust this up and set it down on the axle and get some measurements and see how it looks. So I have the axle on jack stands right now, and that's so that it will load up the suspension. Now I'm just going to try and bounce on this to get it to make sure it's settled a little bit. And now I can see that the wheel on this side seems almost flush with the fender. But now when I look over here, it's sticking out a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust this back, make it a little bit longer. So to get your measurement on how much the wheel sticks out, there's several different ways you can do it. I've done it with a string and a plumb bob hanging down, but I recently saw somebody doing it with a level, and so I wanted to give that a try. And so when I put my level on the tire and the fender, that bubble is pretty much centered. But when I put it over here, the bubble is way off to the right. So I'm going to go ahead and shift this axle a little more to the left. So I did little tweaks to it, and the bubble is just to the outside of the inner line on this side, and it's just to the outside of the inner line on this side. Now I'm going to lock these lock nuts down. The directions do say to put some blue Loctite, or they say put Loctite on there. I don't have any Loctite, so next time I have it in the air and I have Loctite, I'm going to go ahead and put some on here. Hopefully I can do this without the center one moving. All right, here it is down on the ground. My calibrated eyeball says that both sides now are perfectly even. These don't need to be, just get as close as you can. There's different ways that you can measure it to try and get these wheels centered in there. I'm just going to keep an eye on it after I drive it. Sometimes it can settle down a little bit and make sure that those lock nuts haven't came loose. But thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe to see more Mustang content coming soon.